Today is June 23rd, 1945, and you're tuning into 194.5 Fireside Chat with your hosts, Julia and Kayla.
Today we will be discussing the Battle of Okinawa, and we'll also have a few words from our sponsors, Pepsi Cola and Aunt Jemima's Pancakes, later on, and a brief remembrance to those who lost their lives in the battle.
The Battle of Okinawa ended yesterday, and it was the biggest Pacific Island battle of World War II. The war began when the Allies began plotting an invasion on the Japanese island all the way back in November. They needed a staging area for said invasion and a place to build up their troops and supplies.
The war began on April 1st and ended just yesterday, June 22nd. Japan's kamikaze tactics showed Allies their most difficult campaign. The Japanese Navy and Army mounted mass air attacks by planes on one-way suicide missions.
Okinawa is an island off of Japan about 350 miles away. To help us in our endeavors, the British Naval Services came in handy greatly.
Unfortunately, there were many casualties and deaths as a result of the brutal war. Japan lost 77,000 soldiers in the battle, and the Allies lost 14,000. It was very tragic.
We had the pleasure of meeting with a young girl named Higa Tomiko, a survivor of the war earlier today. She gave us some insight on her experience with the war and what she thought about it. We'll hear from her after our commercial break.
Pepsi Cola, it's the spot. 12 full ounces, that's a lot. Twice as much for a nickel too. Pepsi Cola is the drink for you. Nickel, 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 trickle, 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 nickel, nickel, nickel.
No, Aunt Jemima, your pancakes make the whole family happy, especially the ladies.
Well, Mr. May, the ladies know how easy my pancakes are to fix.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Just add milk or water and pop them on the griddle, and they're ready to serve.
And your Aunt Jemimas are so tender, so delicious, so easy to digest.
Yes, sir. Just as digestible as toast. That's why folks I know eat them for breakfast, lunch, or supper.
Yes, right around the clock. Aunt Jemimas are enjoyable, satisfying, good eating. Mmm. Why, their tantalizing fragrance makes your mouth water.
That's 'cause it's made according to my own secret recipe.
Right, and your secret recipe pancakes, Aunt Jemima, are the only pancakes with a genuine Old South flavor.
So look here, ladies, for an easy-to-fix treat, ask Grove Grocer today for the regular-sized box of Aunt Jemima ready-mixed pancake flour. Or for economy, get the 3.5-pound family-sized bag.
Welcome back to Fireside Chat. Here we have Higa Tomiko to tell her experience on the Okinawa War.
It was a scene straight out of hell. I don't even know how to describe it.
Wow, thank you for the quote, Higa. It must have been difficult for you to discuss. I'm sure everyone is pleased to hear that the war has finally ended. It was very gruesome and brutal. So many casualties and deaths in just a couple months. This war proved to be brutal, and we have Eugene Sledge with us today to share about the brutality of the war.
The Japanese fought to win. It was a savage, brutal, inhumane, exhausting, and dirty business. Our commanders knew that if we were to win and survive, we must be trained realistically for it whether we liked it or not. The technology that developed the rifle barrel, the machine gun, and high explosive shells has turned war into a prolonged, subhuman slaughter. Men must be trained realistically if they are to survive it without breaking, mentally and physically.
Thank you so much, Eugene, for discussing your feelings on the brutal war. We appreciate it greatly.
Now a remembrance on those who lost their lives fighting for our country, and we pay our respects to the families who lost a loved one.
Both commanding generals sadly passed during the battle efforts. On the U.S. side, Simon B. Buckner passed due to artillery fire. The Japanese commanding general, Ushijima Mitsuo, sadly died by suicide.
From ground combat, there were 7,374 soldiers killed in battle. There were 31,807 casualties and 239 soldiers missing. On the naval account, there were 4,907 soldiers killed and missing, 34 ships sunk, and 368 damaged.
On aircraft, 763 planes were lost. Japan expended 2,800 aircraft, battleships, light cruisers, and 4 destroyers with losses of 10,000 plus.
Thank you for listening in on our broadcast this evening. We hope you learned about the Battle of Okinawa and hope you tune in tomorrow for Fireside Chat.